Hey YouTube. There's something different I want to talk about. If you know people that is suffering from mental health issues, don't take it personally. Alright, sometimes they're not going to want to deal with you. Or anybody. It's not because of you, it's not because they hate you, it's not because of everything against you, it's just they're struggling really, really, really bad, and they really don't want to deal with anybody. It's hard sometimes for people, especially, because I suffer from it, to even get out of bed sometimes. And dealing with people, depending on mental health, is too much for them. They don't want to say or do something that you may take as being mean. Because when your brain is going 100 miles per hour, sometimes you get paranoid, your anxiety goes up through the roof, sometimes depression hits you really, really bad, your mind is going all over the place, and sometimes you may become very, very, very temperamental. That doesn't mean that they hate you, that doesn't mean they're trying to be an asshole. A lot of the time, especially like me, they do it to try to avoid coming across as one. Like yesterday was 4th of July. People wanted me to go out, do this. I couldn't. Mental health started hitting me, and I couldn't deal with fireworks and people and all that. I just wanted to shut the door and just shut down. Sometimes shutting down is good. You need to reset. I call it a mental reset. Do you know what I mean? It may take a day or two of just like, alright? But like I said, if you know people that are suffering from mental health, don't take it personally. It is a disease, like high blood pressure and everything else. And there's medication for it, but medications and stuff, especially for me, which I do take, makes you tired as hell, makes you just feel loopy, which in itself is not good. You don't want to go do something if you're freaking going, you want to sleep. And a lot of mental health drugs will do that, will make you sleepy. And if you tell the doctor, you're sleep, it makes you sleepy. Oh, it's supposed to. What can you do, But, whoever supports me, I appreciate, you guys' support. Hopefully you guys like the new content. I'm starting political content. I could be riled up by it, I know. You know what I mean? But again, nothing personal, But then again, I'm the type of person who come after me, I'm going to come after you. If you come at me respectful, I'll come after you respectful. You get what you bring to me. So if you're towards the right, you want to have a conversation, we can have that conversation. But if your conversation calling me dumb, or a communist, or whatever, the funny thing is, I might be towards the left, but I'm socially conservative. I'm pro-life. I'm towards the right on gun control. There's some left-leaning stuff, like the universal background checks, stuff like that. Yeah, I'll support. But I'm also for getting rid of stuff like concealed carry. I think concealed carry is stupid. If you can pass a background check, you can actually should be able to carry a weapon. No problem. But yeah, and most weapons, I'm against the assault weapons ban as is. Because those actually not assault weapons, not really. So but I don't know. I'm getting political. But like I said, just know that people with mental health, they're not trying to be assholes. A lot of them struggling, big time, and it takes every strength they have to maintain. And honestly, they don't want to deal with it. They don't want to deal with you, not because they don't love you, not because they don't care about you, because they do, and they appreciate that you care. You really do, and check on them, because I do appreciate when people check on me. I appreciate it, I really do. But don't push them as well. I mean, don't push, oh, let's go out and all that. No, you ain't doing them any good. You're actually harming them big time because they don't want to deal with it. And if you're going to force them to deal with it, you're going to cause them to have a mental break. Do you hear me? And then you're going to set them back for months. You don't need to do that either. But yeah, this is going to have a lot longer video than I thought. But you know, I love you guys. You guys have a good one. Happy 4th of July. And just remember, we'll go political again. We're all Americans at the end of the day. You know, remember that. Be kind to each other. Until next time, YouTube. Take care.